How are you today?
Good, pretty good, huh? Yes, actually, it's my first time at Comic-Con, and I went onto the floor. It's wild and it's overwhelming, but it's great, and I'm having a lot of fun. And the panel was crazy. I mean, to see fans, and then also when we ran the teaser in the first act, they went nuts. They wanted more. It was like, oh, I got great. Yeah, I mean, I have a saying up there in Portland. I say that each episode has to be better than the last. So now this season has to be better than the last. And how do I measure that? Well, when I see a reaction like that, I know you're doing pretty well. But I measure it by how emotionally engaged the audience is. And also, I look at the performances. I look at the way it looks. And are we maintaining that quality that we started with? We started with a pilot that Mark Buckland directed. I came on after the pilot, directed the first episode. And my goal was, what happens in a lot of shows is the pilot's great. And then you go to series and the quality dips because you don't have as much time for whatever reason. I wanted the same quality, and we went seamless. I think from pilot to the first episode, the Bears episode. And then as we started discovering Nick and discovering this world, it sort of informed us how it should look. And we have wonderful collaborators, and the writers work really well with us up there. And we're very visual. I have a great production designer, cinematographer, and the actors have, as they're learning their characters, they've become better and better and better. And I think as long as you see that there's growth, and then the energy level in the second season is really amped up. The first 2 episodes are just nonstop, and a lot of action, a lot of energy. So how do you maintain that, and then maintain that emotional connection? So it's not just about creatures or action. It's about how are we sucked into discovering this world through Nick, and then finding out about Juliet, and then the captain, which is something else. And then Hank, who we left in the borderline insane, and now how's he deal with this? It's intense.
Direction-wise, as your craft, what have been your particular challenges with this show as compared to other?
Well, I was kind of known for a lot of police procedurals. I was doing a lot. I used to be the executive producer of Law and Order: Criminal Intent, and I did a lot of CSI New York and that sort of thing. And I did also fringe. I did other genre stuff. And so my challenge was, how do I root it in reality so that the supernatural and the fantasy seems to come out organically and we get sucked into it, as opposed to looking out from the outside and say, well, it's a fantasy science fiction thing. And so the challenge was, in the window dressing of the procedural, how do I start making it a fairy tale, grim world? And I think we've succeeded in many ways. And then Portland helps a lot in that, and also the look of it, which is pretty scary at times. And we control the palette. That's just what everyone wears up against their background. Silas Monroe has a particular look. Juliet, I play with the reds and the greens on her, and Nick. How do you make him? He's our hero. Now he's coming into his own as a Grimm. How do we show that? And then dealing with the mom. You can call her the woman in black, but that goes so far. She brought that out. It's great. I love that thing that we did. I remember that day we said, the costume designer said, well, what about this? I said, that's great. When she fights, she can do this. We're so collaborative that we come up with these kind of things. And I think that energy of the creativity from all of us really informs the show. It's fun. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. there are a lot of visual metaphors for some of that. For example, just the fact we talked about Portland having a lot of old bones, but within those old bones there's new, and in their houses, we'll light Nick's house a certain way, and it'll be the most warmest, most inviting house. One little thing, a light change, or my camera going lower, and you start feeling the ceilings more, it becomes a scary house. Monroe's is the same, you know, and so I want to make sure that in this world, an inviting place can be a very dangerous place, and I think you know, the houses and are characters. I mean, Catherine's house, the Hex and Beast mom, that's a black Victorian house. I saw that house early on. I said, we have to shoot here. We have to shoot here. And so we got a red door with and it's a black house. And it's Victorian, and it's the scariest place. It's great. It's very beautiful. She's great. I directed the finale with the cat, you know, thing, and she's wonderful to work with. Claire Coffey. I think we'll see her. I mean, I don't know what the writers' plans are in terms of, but I liked her a lot. She's not dead. Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.